Hey, Sean here, and today we'll be going over if Yooka Replaylee is worth playing and if it's worth going for the platinum. To not waste people's times, I highly recommend this game if you have an itch to play a 3D platformer, as it is, well, very fun. As for the platinum, this game is extremely recommended. As well, playing the game naturally will most likely get you the platinum anyways. So let's get into a short summary and review of the game. Then I will go over what trophies will pose to be a challenge. Spoiler, there isn't much of a challenge here. This game is a remake of the original Yooka that came out in April 2017. The original game is a spiritual successor of Banjo-Kazooie from Rare back in 1998. Banjo-Kazooie even now is known to be the best 3D platformer ever created. Rare, who was a Nintendo exclusive at the time, got purchased by Microsoft and pretty much buried this franchise in the dirt. The ex-devs from Rare split from the company and created Playtonics, and then came out Yooka. I already platinumed the original game a long time ago, and despite the mediocre reviews, I really enjoyed the game anyways. When I heard that they were making a remake, this made me super excited to revisit this world. So, let's get into the story. The game starts off with us exploring a cave with the duo Yooka and Laylee, to which we find a book who was captured by Capital B, the game's antagonist. He asks us to free him, and it takes one conversation to understand the two heroes' personality right away. Yooka is more kind-hearted, patient, and easygoing, where Laylee is more selfish, impatient, and sarcastic. It doesn't take long for Laylee wanting to sell the book the second she sees it. After a little puzzle, we save the book and take it back to our hideout, Shipwreck Cove. The book reveals itself into being the one book, a special book who has the magic power to be able to grant any wish to anyone who writes in the book, in which Laylee wishes for us to have all of our abilities from the original game unlocked right at the start. Here we get our first glimpse of Ivory Tower, the main hub world of this game. Meet Capital B. He's the big boss of Ivory Tower, a corporate headquarters in which they are trying to steal every book and story in the world. He's greedy, power hungry, and arrogant, but that doesn't make him not funny. The guy will give you a couple laughs. Also, I don't know if it's just me, but damn does this guy look like Gru from Despicable Me. Capital B's main objective is to use the one book in order to rewrite reality for his own corporate greed. His assistant and chief scientist is Dr. Quack. He's a duckhead in a 2-cent gumball machine. If I have to give you more reasons to like him, then we can be friends. He's very professional and super smart. His only weakness is that Capital B holds him back. Capital B and Dr. Quacks quickly learn that the one book was stolen from them, then prompts Dr. Quack to start Plan B to power up the Novelizer 64. A contraption created by Dr. Quacks, which sucks in all books in the vicinity, including the one book. As the one book gets sucked in, it doesn't go without a fight. In the end, its pages get ripped out and are scattered all over the world, in which we will have to explore. It's up to Yooka and Laylee to find these pages and infiltrate Ivory Towers and explore the hidden worlds within the tower. Gameplay. The game plays exactly how you would expect a 3D platformer to work. Compared to the original game that felt kinda slippery and awkward to jump, the remake fixes a lot of these issues. When your character stops moving, it feels more natural, and also the jumping has been really improved, giving you more control, making exploring and collecting in the game much easier. The camera has also been addressed, making you not have to fight against it as much, which is great. And there's also a move where Yooka forms into a ball and allows him to roll around much faster. This mechanic has been greatly improved as it feels a lot less slippery, because before it felt like you were controlling the character on ice, but now you have much more control. From the spring jump to the glide, the game feels great to explore and collect. As mentioned in the story section, Laylee wished through the one book the power to have all abilities. So from the start, you have every single tool in your tool belt to be able to solve every single puzzle. A lot of people enjoy this, but I did not. Introducing Trousers. He is a snake wearing trousers. What more needs to be said? Trousers is a businessman, and in the original game, he would sell you new moves within each of the worlds, and even including Ivory Towers. I really enjoyed this because every time you would see Trousers, you would get excited on what new moves would be available, but now everything is unlocked. The super cool moves you learned feel less special, and the character progression was kind of dismantled, but at least this does remove backtracking, so that is a good thing. Pages are the main collectible of the game, and there are 300 of them. You will find them all over Ivory Towers and the world hidden within the books. There are 5 worlds to explore, and in order to be able to access them, you need a certain amount of pages in order to open page doors. The first world is a jungle Aztec ruin theme. You'll also have a winter themed world, and my favorite, the casino theme. All these worlds are very different from another, adding new puzzles and NPCs to meet. One character who shows up in each of the worlds is Carto. Carto is a nod to the Donkey Kong Country games, adding a minecart level. These minecart levels are probably the most fun you'll have within each of the worlds. I always look forward to seeing Carto pop up. Also, friggin' Shovel Knight shows up, giving you a mission in order to get more pages. You will need to use your whole kit in order to find all the pages, like being able to eat this ice fruit to shoot a projectile in this shooting range, or this tongue grapple ability in order to hookshot onto these platforms fast enough to reach this page. Some of these moves, like the fire breathing form from eating a fire fruit, will consume stamina. This green bar will degenerate when using certain moves. Some pages come in 4 broken parts, making you have to collect 4 pieces in order to rebuild it into one whole pagey. There is a total of 8 pages in each world, and these can be tricky to find. I will mention why later. Another collectible tied to pages are the Ghost Riders / Jinjos from Banjo. There are 5 of these guys inside each of the world. The 5 of them look different and act different. One of them you could just go and pick up, and another will ask you to feed it first before being collectible. When you save one of these ghosts, they each give you 1 pagey, and if you collect all 5 of them, a triple pagey will spawn on this platform for you to collect. You will also find Rextro and Dr. Puzz. Rextro is a retro dinosaur that when you find and offer him a play token, he will let you play his retro arcade. These games have been completely overhauled from the original. They are way different. The original game were a bunch of different minigames, and some of them were super tough. I'm looking at you, Casino Arcade. Now these games have been changed to what feels like a Captain Toad minigame. You have to find and collect all 3 coins to get 3 pages for each arcade, and the minigames are way too easy in my opinion. Dr. Puzz is like Mumbo from the first game. When offered a Mollycool, she will transform the duo into a themed thing based on the world. The first one, the plant, sucks ass, but I do really like the piranha transformation, and of course the casino one, which I will let you see for yourselves. These transformations will be a necessary key in order to find certain pages. Let's talk about 2 important characters, Trousers and Bendy. Trousers, as mentioned before, is the snake with the pants. Trousers trades by collecting quills. These feather-like collectibles are within each of the worlds, in which there are 150 collect in each world. Instead of selling you moves, like in the previous game, Trousers sells HP extenders and stamina extenders. He will also sell you outfits that are themed around the world that you buy it from, to a tonic extender and a passive buff that uses up a tonic slot. These tonics that you unlocked are activated through Vendy, a large lady vending machine. Vendy sells tonics and allows you to equip the tonics that you collected as long as you have enough slots. This system is awesome. You can get extra health, add a damage ring when you do the butt slam, all the way to changing the graphic style of the game. Vendy also sells costumes in the game, from hats, shirts, pants, to even whole outfit sets. These outfits remind me of Mario Odyssey, and I love that they added this. My favorite outfit is by far the one from the third world, which turns the duo into monsters. Vendy trades her tonics and outfits for golden coins. This is a new collectible to the remake, and Wow, this is such a good idea. One of the biggest complaints from the original was that the game had too much empty space, and this addresses it so well. These coins are everywhere. You have trails that lead you to secrets, to even these rings that give you a bunch of coins when you go through them. My favorite one being Cornelius, who is a golden pig that when touched breaks, spawning more coins with a set timer, making you have to go fast in order to collect all the coins. And collect them you will, if you want all the trophies that is, as you will need to spend 10,000 golden coins at Vendy in order to pop a trophy. They also added red coins and green coins, a direct reference to the Mario games. Starting a red coin challenge spawns 8 red coins that need to be collected super fast to get a pagey, while the green coin spawns a giant trail of green coins, making you have to go super fast in order to get them, and might I say that these can be very tight. Lastly, a new and fantastic addition to the game is, well, Mark. This bookmark dude scattered literally all over Ivory Towers and everywhere within the book worlds. Mark will allow the duo to warp from Mark to Mark, saving you so much time. Also, this map is super new and very awesome, as this tracks all pages you have collected, and even the ones in which you've missed. If you are stumped on a pagey and you don't know where to start, you can pay Mark with golden coins in order to show you in which area the pagey resides, making collecting the 300 pages a nice breeze. The only thing that is unfortunately not tracked is the damn pagey pieces that I mentioned before, and worst of all, the feathers, because these feathers can be very hard to find when you're missing like 3 of them. I'm going to mention the combat very fast here, as it is not really the main focus of the game. It's super easy. Yooka does a spinning attack which can be spammed, and the enemies literally can't do jack shit against it. The enemies were definitely an afterthought of this game that focuses more on platforming and puzzles, so it's okay. It feels like I could literally count all the enemy types with one hand, as it's mostly just these grunts that change outfits based on the theme of the world, and a super cute worker bee, the water enemies, and this security bot that shoots rings of energy. Oh, and these eye monsters that possess objects when they touch them. What I will say is that the bosses are pretty damn awesome and funny in this game. I will only show you the first one, being Rampo. He is a rectangular creature that guards this ramp, and he is super funny. Have fun with these bosses as they are short and you only get one boss per world, so enjoy them while it lasts. Lastly, I want to mention the music, and the music in this game is just awesome. These add such a nice punch and really support the themes of the world, which is no surprise, as this was made by Grant Kirkhope, who was the original soundtrack designer from the original Banjo-Kazooie. You can feel the nostalgia in this game, even if it's the first time you play it. Trophies. Okay, let's talk about trophies. This will be pretty damn short because the list is very, very easy and self-explanatory. Contrary to the old game, this one is much faster to get the platinum. There are 2 ways of tackling the platinum: the fast way, or the way I did it, which is the fun way. Let's start with the fun way. There are 300 pages in the game, but for the platinum, you only need 120. Why this is the case, I do not know. The game is short enough as it is. I got all the 300 pages because I enjoy the game, and finishing a world to completion and seeing those fully completed lists tickles my brain. Now there is an advantage to this because one of the trophies is to spend 10,000 coins at Vendy. By getting all the pages, you will most likely naturally get this trophy without even thinking about it. If you decide not to do this and go straight for the minimum requirement, I recommend that you go to the 5th world the moment you can get 75 pages. Unlock the tonic from Trousers that doubles all coins collected. This will be crucial if you want to go for the minimum requirements, but as said before, if you're going for all the pages, you don't really need to do this. You'll have more than enough coins. So literally, that's the only thing you need to be concerned of before you start this game. The rest kind of just solves itself. So for the trophy section, I'm gonna take for granted that you went with trying to collect all the pages. I'm not going to mention any story trophies as these unlock themselves, and I won't mention any trophies that naturally unlock, like breaking crates or killing X amount of enemies. These will be the trophies that you might need to be aware of, or that I just feel like mentioning. Another thing is that for certain collectible trophies, I won't be showing you how to get them. I will just mention them so that way you're aware that this might take a little bit more work. There's a bunch of videos online on where to find all these collectibles, and I don't want this video to be a full-on guide. It's just to give you a feeling of what to expect when going for the platinum. First trophy, Replaylee. Recollect any pagey challenge you already did. These will be the gray transparent ones that show up shortly after you've collected them. This might get missed if you don't do it, so do it. Feeling Ore. This is unlocked by beating Cardo's cart without taking any damage. Which, if you're going for all the pages, you're gonna get this regardless. I just wanted to mention it because I really like Cardo cart. Champion Collector. Again, this one cannot be missed if you go for all the pages, but I'm gonna mention it anyways because it does take a little bit of work. In each of the worlds, there is an arcade machine for Rextro. To get this trophy, you need to complete all 8 games and collect all the play coins within them. 5 of them are done by doing them in each of the worlds individually, and the 3 others come from the arcade section in Ivory Towers. I did not do the Ivory Towers section because I didn't know about it, so I had to look it up. Seeing it through. This is unlocked by using Yooka's camo mode for 30 continuous seconds. To make this possible, you will need to buy enough stamina extenders from Trousers or use Vendi's stamina tonic to help you out. Breath of fresh air. Glide for 15 seconds. This can easily be missed if you don't know about it, but once you find an air vent that shoots you up vertically, just stay in it to get this trophy. Vendetta. Kick all 3 of the Vendi plushies hidden within Ivory Towers. So this one's kind of easy to miss as they are very small. I did find them on my first way through, so I'm sure you're good too, but if you have any problems with this, look up a guide and you'll be good. Fully loaded. Find the prototype inept. This is in Galaxy Galleon where the ship is. You need to butt slam this part of the area and then the trophy will pop. Skeletor. In each of the worlds, there are these pirate skulls to collect. They can be hard to find, as some of them are in hard to reach places. I had to use a small guide to find the last 2, but they're not hard to find once you know where they are. Feather in your cap. Now, out of all the trophies, this might be the hardest one. It is unlocked by collecting all the feathers within a world. Again, if you're going for all the pages, you're gonna have this naturally, but they're tough. The problem is when you're missing like 3 of them, because there's no way to track them through mark. Unlike the past game, where there was a tonic that would give you a signal once you were close to them, in the remake, that ain't in the game. You will probably need to load a YouTube video in order to find the last ones you are missing. Good luck. Quids In. This is unlocked by spending over 10,000 gold coins at Vendi. If you're collecting all the pages, like I said, this shouldn't be an issue. And if you decide to rush the trophy list, then rush to World 5 and get the tonic from Trousers to double up on coin collecting. And that's about it really. The game is filled with trophies that unlock themselves by playing. So yeah, this game is a must play for any trophy hunter, and I recommend it to anyone who isn't sure that trophy hunting is their thing. This is a great place to start. Thank you for watching the video and see you next time.